Hi, welcome. Simon here and hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be doing a screen replacement on an iPhone XS Max. Okay, so the screen is damaged and I have a screen replacement here. And this is the entire digitizer and the LCD. And if you would like to follow along with the video for the screen replacement, and you can check out the link in the description below, where I'll direct you to Amazon or eBay, where you can find a replacement screen as well as the tool so that you can follow along the video and get your iPhone repaired. Okay, so I'll be removing the two screws here. So if you take a look, there are two screws at the bottom right next to the charging port. Go ahead and remove the two screws. And this one runs on the Pentalobe 0.8. So if you look at here is 0.8. That little star, that is the Pentalobe screwdriver to remove the two screws at the bottom. Now I'll be using a metal prying tool. And this metal prying tool is to pry open the glass. And what I'm doing right now is I'm sticking right about this much here. And the prying tool, I stick right about that much. Try not to push in too deep because you do not want to damage the internal part of the phone. What you're trying to do is you're trying to separate the screen by cutting the adhesive. So there is an adhesive seal running across the iPhone. The seal is something like this. This is the black adhesive seal. It seals off the become a water resistance, as well as prevent the dust from getting into the phone. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting the seal by lifting up the screen, and that's how you can separate the LCD. All right, so once you have that being separated, okay, once you have that separated, you want to turn the screen to your right and stop it at about 90-degree angle right here. Okay, so the next step you like to do is to go ahead and disconnect the remove the bracket. So I want to go ahead and remove this. And here I'll be using the Pry screwdriver, or the little screw that looks like Y. Okay, so this is the Pry screwdriver. Remove that little Y screws. And go ahead and remove the bracket here. Continue removing this screw right here, the second bracket. Okay, for some reason, mine is pretty sticky because some of the plastic here is still connected to the cable. So make sure that you try not to break any of that. So once you disconnect the bracket, let's put the bracket on the side. Here, what you want to do is you want to disconnect the battery. And this is the battery connection. So as you can see, you can use the prying tool, or you can use your fingernail, tuck underneath that connector and disconnect the battery. Once the battery is disconnected, go ahead and open up the flex cable for that, flex cable for this, the digitizer and LCD screen. And right here is your proximity sensor in the front. So you want to be very careful and gentle because there is a double-sided tape still taping onto the iPhone here. So be careful to separate that. And once you separate that little double-sided tape, you can go ahead and pry open this cable. All right. So what we want to do is we want to transfer the proximity sensor here over to the new screen. And just so you know that the phone has a liquid damage right here, you can see that this little indicator turns from white to pink. That means there was a liquid damage around the phone right there. I'm not 100% sure if the phone is actually work because the phone came in as a screen damage. So let me go ahead and make sure that the phone works before I transfer everything over. So it's kind of a little bit troubleshoot here with you guys. So I'll be connecting the battery, the screen, and the digitizer. Let's see if I can turn on the phone. All right, so the phone is on. It just indicate the battery is dead. That is a good sign, meaning that we can now continue with the repair. Okay, so let's put the phone on the side. We are transferring the proximity sensor, the ear speaker here, over to the new screen. Get yourself the white screwdriver. Remove the Y screws. Yeah, 3 of them. Once you have removed all 3, now this little bracket here, you can separate the cable. You can try to tuck underneath to separate that and separate this little cable here. Try not to break it. They're very fragile. So take your time to move around it. So the whole process is to remove the entire this proximity sensor. And this is the bracket. So on the new screen, it comes with the bracket pre-installed already. So what we're doing is we're just moving this little fella over to the new screen. Okay. Hope you guys can see it. Now, once you have that removed, you can just transfer over by simply realigning them back to the bracket. And they're just very easy to install. Move the old screen away. You have the thing realigned. Close it. And we are ready to put the screws back in. Just as simple as that. Wow, the screw is very stubborn. Come on. So take your time. You don't have to rush the process. Try not to break it. Yay. Okay, let me pick it up. Okay, so all the 3 screws are in. Wow, this screw is so hard to get in. What's going on? Okay, this finally goes in. Now let's go ahead and reconnect them back together. They're just like Lego, so once you align them in the right position, you can you can just press it down. You don't have to really use the force. The important thing is to align the connector back to the screen properly. And once you have them aligned in the right position, you can just press it down and they can go in very easily. And finally, the battery. So all the cables are in the right place. Let's go ahead and close the bracket down. Put the bracket back in. Get your screw. The second bracket, that is for the bottom part of it. Align them in the right position. Get the 3 screws back in. Okay, so that is all done. First thing I like to do is to make sure that you slide the top in. You see this little 3 little thing, the metal piece. You want to slide it in on the top first. Once you have the thing slide in, go ahead and press it and crunch down the side. And you can hear that the screen just locked back itself. Now once that thing is all inserted, put the 2 screws back in here at the bottom and get yourself the final screwdriver, the Pentalobe 0.8, screwed it in. And you're all set. And go, I need to recharge the phone. The battery is dead. But other than that, I hope that the video is helpful, and just comment below, let me know if you were able to follow along the process, and do not forget to like and subscribe. And if you find this video is helpful, I hope you learned something today. And of course, if you're interested to know where to buy the screen replacement and also the tools, what I'll do is I'll link them in the description below. I got them from Amazon. They're not that expensive. I think it's about like $50 or so, $50-$60. Instead of getting, going to Apple and get it repaired, you can just do it yourself. Hope you can do it. Thanks for watching. Bye now.